Brief statement, and then we'll take questions.
Real good first half, real bad second half. Any questions? No, I thought we played excellent in the first half. Great job kicking game. Huge punt return by Quan. Thought we had great kickoff coverage all day. Nice play by Lawrence Keys on the muff punt and getting leading to our second or third touchdown. Good clutch field goal by Valentino there in the fourth quarter. I kind of slowed us down a little bit in the second half. I wish I hadn't. Wish I would have picked a better play on that fourth and short, and we were backed up. But I didn't. But good job with the guys. Big play at the very end of the game by Jerry Monroe. Good job on the hands team with Quan. Everybody did a good job getting body on body and getting the ball out of bounds. So a lot of good things, but there's some things we need to correct. But as always, it's better to do it from a win than a loss.
You never questioned it, but there were questions outside of how would Tulane react to being ranked for the first time in 24 years. Came out and played a flawless first half.
Played a great first half. Kids were pumped. Appreciate everybody who came out to the game. We'll be at home here in a few more weeks. Hopefully we get a bunch of people back. As I've said many times before, I think, this stadium's kind of a hidden gem in New Orleans. Every seat's a perfect seat, and it gets loud. And Troy tweeted something out with the prices for everything. What'd you have on that, Troy? You had the $3 canned beer, and what else was there? There was alligator something or other, and it was unbelievable.
I think they're $24 at Pell's games.
Only 24? A beer? No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm still a cheap ass. I ain't spending $24 on a beer.
What do you feel like happened to the defense in the second half?
We came really close on a bunch of plays. I think there's 4 different times. Nick Anderson one time with Patrick Jenkins, one time with Hodges, one time with Angelo. They almost sacked the guy, and the guy just kind of got out. He does a nice job of finding a crease and taking off and running. He did that a bunch of times. We were bending, but we broke a few times. Not too many big plays. We had a couple missed tackles. One time we went for the ball, instead of tackling the man, with their last touchdown. But, so we third downs kind of got us. One drive, they converted 3 third downs when they got their 21st point. So we'll look at it and see. There's some good stuff we did defensively too.
Really, when they came back, it felt like you all decided to just put the ball in Tajay Spears' hands a little bit. Is that simple? Put the ball in your best player's hands? Well,
he did a really nice job. There's a couple runs. He didn't quite run it where it was intended to run, but he made a nice run out of it. One time he gained about 20 yards, and I heard our coaches, where's he go? Good run. So he can make some stuff happen. He's a very talented young man.
Coach, it really was a tale of two halves. I don't think I've seen a team dominate on all 3 phases of the game like you guys did in that first half, offensively, defensively, and special teams. When looking back at your career, how does this game rate? Is it one of the best first half offensive performances you've ever coached?
Yeah, it was a very good first half against a good opponent. They had an opportunity coming here at 6-1. We knew they were good, and had a couple really tough losses. But we played great in the first half, no question about it.
And is there any point in your career that you remember that you've seen a first half played as flawlessly?
Thinking about it, I know it's the best first half we've had here. I'm positive about that.
Josh Rimmage got the start. What did you see in him that made you make him go in that direction? And obviously, he did a good job.
Well, unfortunately, Keenan Ray is out for the season, and Josh was the backup. He's been hurt the last few weeks. Well, he had a good week of practice. He really did, and Trey played quite a bit too. So, we're happy that he's back. Josh has started a lot of games here. He's fully healthy now, so that's good for us.
Willie, do things change when your team gets ranked? Does it change at all for you with expectations?
Oh, I don't know. It's the first time I've been ranked here, so it was. I think the guys were excited about it. I certainly don't think it's a negative. we talked about it a bunch about how we got to be 1-0 and want to continue to keep being ranked. You got to keep winning. It's just the way of the world.
And the crowd today, I know you mentioned it earlier, but I mean, this is a record crowd, perfect weather. I mean, I'm sure when you came here, you envisioned having.
Oh yeah, we did. We've come close. There's been some seasons where we've come close, where we, have 8, 9, 10 wins, and we just didn't get it done, and yeah, I certainly, felt like this was possible all along.
Is it maybe a blessing in disguise that you got the win? That's the most important thing. But the second half now going into a bye gives you a lot to focus and work on.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot for us to work on this week. I certainly would have been okay, doing the same thing in the second half, but we didn't, and we got to learn from that mistake and come out with the same intensity. And, we'll sit back and really look at play calls. The one great thing about, having a bye week is you get to reflect on yourself, and we've already worked on that. We work on that every week where we see what plays are successful, which plays aren't. But, seeing things that tip you, tells that you have on offense, defense, kicking games. So we'll get to work on a lot of that stuff and just, do a lot of analytics on Tulane.
This is by coming at a good time. You played 8 straight.
Yeah, I think it's coming at a real good time. I really do. And, luckily there's a lot of great players in New Orleans, and a bunch of them that came to the ball game today. And, I'll be able to coach these guys in the morning and then go out and recruit in the afternoon. Won't have very far to drive. I've been in other places where I couldn't do that because I had to get up on a plane and go somewhere. So that's good.
Coach, how much fun is it going into these young men's houses and homes after a huge win like this when you guys are ranked top 25 in the country?
Oh, it's great. You got these guys are able to see that. We've always sold the fact that we got an opportunity for a world-class education. Get to play big-time Division I football, and you get to do it in the iconic city of New Orleans, and that's what we've always sold. But now they see the big-time football a little bit clearer.
Do you embrace it? Do you tell your team to embrace it, have fun with it, or do you say kind of keep it in check as far as?
We just talk about it being 1-0. I think Quan and those guys. I don't talk about it. I'm very consistent every single day, and I've although not at the highest level of collegiate football, been with a lot of teams that are ranked and competing, and in those pressure-packed situations week after week after week after week. So I think it's fun. It beats the alternative. Pretty good. Thank you all.